Lizzie, what on earth's wrong?
Oh, I'm real crook, Mrs. M. When is Sister going to get here?
Well, Sister's not coming in today. She's not well either.
Oh, must have been them slops they gave us for dinner.
What are your symptoms?
Oh, I'm hot and cold.
Feverish?
Yeah. I've got shocking pains in my belly and I keep running to Danny every 5 minutes.
It's funny.
You reckon?
I didn't mean that. It's just that Sister Franklin has exactly the same symptoms.
I told you it was that pig swill we ate.
Well, Sister Franklin didn't eat here yesterday. Must be some sort of virus.
What?
Never mind. Now, listen. You go back to the dormitory and lie down.
Lying down, but won't do no good.
I'm going to go and ring the doctor. Can you manage by yourself?
Yeah, I can make it. But can I go to the dunny first?
Of course.
Hey, you look awful. What did the sister say?
Oh, she's not there. She's sick too.
So what are they going to do about you?
Oh, not now, B. I'm cold.
Come on, which is as hot as hell. So the screws just going to let you lie here and die, are they?
No, Mrs. M's going to get the doctor. It's a virus.
Virus, my foot. You've gone and taken one of Evelyn's home brews. Now, haven't you? Now, come on, what was in it?
Oh, good, B. It was only a cup of herbal tea. She reckoned it'd make me sleep.
Yeah, you're lucky if you ever wake up again. And where did you get this herbal tea from?
Oh, well, we went and picked some weeds for Evelyn.
You what? You bloody idiots!
What's going on? Aren't you meant to be in the laundry?
Lizzie's been poisoned.
Oh, come on, don't be ridiculous.
Listen, I want to see the governor.
Now, hold your horses,
If you
Smith.
don't want this whole prison dying off like flies, you'll let me see Mrs. Davidson.
All right, but it better be a good story.
And then I found Lizzie moaning and groaning outside the infirmary.
You know she does carry on,
Well,
Meg.
not this time. She looked really ill, and she has exactly the same symptoms as Sister Franklin. I'm really worried, Mrs. Davidson.
Oh, what do you think it is?
Well, remember that visit we had from the health inspector? He said Jenny Hamilton was on the same plane where they discovered that tropical disease.
Well, you don't think Lizzie has typhoid?
Well, she could, couldn't she? I mean, she has all the symptoms, just like Sister.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
I don't think I am.
Well, I'd better call the health department at once. We have an epidemic on our hands.
Smith to see you, Mrs. Davidson.
Well, just one moment.
It's urgent, Mrs. Davidson. It's about this sickness Lizzie's got.
Mrs. Morris has already called a doctor.
You think he'll know what's causing it?
What do you mean?
It's not my way to lag on the other women, as you know, but I think Lizzie's been poisoned.
By whom?
That crackpot Randall. She's been brewing up medicines from plants and things, and she slipped something to Lizzie.
Why on earth would she do that?
To prove that her remedies work so she can appeal against her sentence, and she's using Lizzie as a guinea pig.
That is a very serious accusation,
Lizzie's
Smith.
in a pretty serious condition. Now, look, you better get Randall in here quick and find out what she's given her. I'm not going to stand by and watch one of my mates be poisoned. She's already tried it on Doreen.
Where is Randall now, Mr. Fletcher?
Well, she's been rostered to clean up the staff room.
Oh, bring her here immediately. You go with Mr. Fletcher, Smith. Julie, would you get the health department for me, please? Thank you.
Shut up, Smith. I told you we're doing everything possible for Lizzie.
I've told them Randall's a killer.
You've got no proof of that. Lizzie's illness could have been caused by just about any... Oh, my God.
The governor's waiting outside to see you, Doctor.
All right. Take a blood sample from both of them, would you? Then we'll put them on antibiotics.
What's wrong with me, Doc?
Well, that's what we're here to find out, Mrs. Bursworth. We'll have to do a few tests first.
Oh, that means they don't know, Lizzie. They're groping around in the dark.
Just following normal scientific procedures, Mrs. Randall. We leave the home remedies and quackery to the fringe practitioners.
I suppose you've never lost a patient.
Not through incompetence.
Oh, incompetence. How would anybody know? You lot all stick together. You cover up your mistakes. It's only people like me who end up in jail.
Unfortunately, your patients fare even worse. I can't pretend I don't know who you are, Mrs. Randall. But right now, you're in my care, and I'd prefer you didn't upset yourself.
Hey, what's going on, Vera?
What do you think's going on? Hamilton's being moved back in with the rest of you.
So why are we locked in here? We're in quarantine or something.
That's right. Quarantine? Is someone sick? What is it? Is it serious?
Lizzie might die. Is that serious enough for you?
Get inside.
I'm not going in there.
I haven't got all day to mess around with you. Get inside.
No, I will not, and you can't make me. If I go in there, I'll get sick. No, I want to go back to isolation.
Well, isn't that just too bad? Now, come on.
No! Just let go of me. You're deliberately trying to make me get sick. Look, Vera, I won't write anything about you in the papers, I promise. Now, please take me back to isolation.
What's the matter, Sandy? Aren't we good enough for you? Yeah, our germs are just as good as anybody else's.
Now, get inside.
Ah, come on, Spray.
Get inside. Will you shut up?
Oh, I'm sorry, Vera. Listen, do you want a hand?
That's enough of that.
Just trying to help. Hey, Doreen, pick up her gear.
Yeah, Bee.
Who's she sharing with, anyway?
You and Burns.
Well, now, isn't that nice?
You're no worse off in here than you were in isolation. Birdsworth's been bringing you your food for days. If you were going to catch anything from her, you'd have got it by now.
Mind you, that is her bed you're sitting on. It's probably loaded with germs.
That's enough of that. We're all in the same situation, and nobody gets out of here until this is all over.
And when we do, it'll probably be in a box.
Get out of my way.
Oh, dear. Hey, Doreen, give Sandy her stuff.
Yeah, sure. Here you are, Sandra.
It'll be full of germs by now. Wow! Is that any way to treat Doreen when she's trying to be polite? That's how we're surviving here, you know, by helping one another.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to know what life was really like inside.
Oh, she's finding out. She's finding out the screws can do anything they like lock you in and expose you to germs.
You know something? You'll be able to write a really good story when you get out of here.
Yeah.
It's if you live long enough.
What's going on in here?
Oh, we're just welcoming our new cellmate, Mr. Fletcher.
Are you all right, Hamilton?
What do you care? You're going to kill me one way or the other.
Well, she's frightened of getting sick and dying.
Yeah, well, that's something we all have to live with, Smith. Bryant, you follow me. The rest of you that don't belong in here, outside.
Fun playing God, isn't it? Not too good when you're on the other side, though, huh?
Well, where did these come from?
Their prison issue. It's the last they had.
Are yours prison issue?
No. Bob dropped a couple of them in for me at the gate.
Must be nice to have someone to drop things in. He could have got something for me.
How would he have got into your flat? The doctor wouldn't have let you send the key out.
He could have asked the landlord.
Oh, Vera, for heaven's sake. I don't want to argue with you. I'm sorry, it's just that I'm a bit tense. I don't feel very well, actually.
You're not sick, are you?
Oh, I'm just a bit on edge, I think.
You've got a temperature. I'll call the doctor.
Look, I'm fine. He's got enough to do.
He said that if any of us were feeling the slightest bit strange, we should call him. Now, you wait here.
Well?
The same symptoms, I'm afraid. In fact, her temperature's even higher than the other two. I can't understand it. She's been immunized.
Sorry, Mrs. Davidson.
So am I. But I'm sure you couldn't help it.
No.
Take her down, please, sister.
Where are you taking her?
The prison hospital.
But there are prisoners there.
As far as I'm concerned, they're all sick people. They'll all be treated the same way. Although if we have any more cases, we shall have to make other arrangements. There won't be room in the hospital.
I don't like it, Mrs. Davidson. Prisoners and officers sleeping in the same room.
In the circumstances, we have no choice.
And where am I going to sleep now? I can't sleep in a room where Meg fell sick.
Well, the only other alternative is one of the solitary cells.
The men are up there.
Well, you can always close the door. In any case, I doubt whether anyone will get much sleep tonight.